Do. Share. And there's Dumpling. And let's yay, this is working. There we go. Hello. Hey, Cozy. Hey, as long as you show up, that's all that matters, right? Do. Where's the ads? Kicking in. Do. She said she wasn't gonna try to be on time. There we go. Do. Kind of figured. Wasted breath. Ugh. You do you. Okay. All right. Boop. Ad's gonna be in 5 seconds. Okay. Do. What do you do to get motivated? Got the ads. Do things. That's a good one. Here we go. Do. Ouch. Didn't even think about that, but yeah. Okay. All right. Yay, finally back. I don't have an answer to that question. It's a good question. But things you need to get done. That's a good question. I'm trying to figure out ways of doing that, Cozy. To get back into a groove of things. That is a difficult question to answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. That's a good way of looking at it. Here it is. Okay. Nope. There. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Map up your day. Figure out. I'm doing a time block, a time thing, saying, okay, I'm going to be up at this time, and then I'm going to be in bed this time, and then this is how many hours I have. And then figure from there how you're going to do that. And that's what I'm going to try to do is, and I was going to talk to you guys about this after I'd done my weekly thing, because the weekly, it doesn't take very long. Next week is going to be a little different because I'm adding the rest of December onto the coming week. But true. And right now, all you're doing is seeing how many hours you're up. That is the first thing. You're seeing, okay, if I go to bed at this time and I wake up at this time, how many hours are in between? The time that I'm waking up and going to bed. That's what you got to look at. Is first, how many hours? There are going to be days you cannot do things. Because your body goes, Whether it's your body or your health, your mental health. Because that can also factor. That's something you have to look at. Plus, you have different things where you've got I'm going to call it a stipend. Where you're going to place for a stipend for extra money. And so those have to be also figured in. It's like when I do a time block, I've got to remember I'm doing days each day. There are days where I want to do a stream. I plan out, this is the day I'm going to stream. This is the time I'm streaming. I'll show you in a few. I've got to first. All right. Because every day is going to be different. Okay, pull a card. Bank. Okay. All right. Okay, and then we have this. Nope. We'll do this. There we go. Alright, we need a little thing there. Okay, let's see here. there's that. And where is Jack? Okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, sticker-wise done. I will tell you in a few minutes. Give me a sec, okay? I'll be explaining all this. What I'll be doing for next week. So, all right. So let me get. All right. Since I'll still be doing that. All right. Hopefully, I will stream on Tuesday. Keep your fingers crossed. All right. This coming Saturday, we have a Discord hangout. Yep. Matter of fact, I even made an event in Discord. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, speaking of which. All right. Okay, now let's go to keep going. Okay. 16th, 17th, and 18th. Okay. Yes, and 18th. Okay. Sorry, it's H. Digi and Sergey. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. So week 51. Pretty much. Sorry. All right. That is that one. All right. Week 51. Now, so that is done. Hey, Andy. Okay, where's my book? There goes that. She subbed. Okay. Andy subbed. I'm just going to do it this way. Tip up. Sub. And it is 33 months. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Let me go ahead and show you. I don't know if you got to see week 51. But this is week 51. I marked down Digi's birthday. We have a Discord hangout, which I was smart and did the event in Discord. Yay! Whoops, sorry. Alright. Okay. Now to answer your question, this is what I did. I've got a new one too, but where is my time thing? Here we go. This was my time block. I wake up at 12. I go to bed. I'm supposed to be asleep by 4. Okay? So I calculated, okay, I'm up from 12. If I do this right, Cozy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 hours I'm up. I'm supposedly up for 16 hours. I have a stream that I'm supposed to do at 3 o'clock this time. Thursdays, I used to do one at 6. I haven't done it in a while, but I do a Saturday. I do the Sunday stream. So I marked those saying, okay, I'm supposed to stream during this time. Now, mind you, this is all in pencil right now because you can't really see it, but there's morning routine, evening routine, in bed, things like that. That's how I did a time block to see what if I do my hours right, if I do what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to sleep for this, okay? Meaning I'm up for 16 hours. That means 16 hours. There are days where I have the total 16 hours, and then there's days like supposedly Tuesdays, I'm supposed to stream at 3 p.m. Sundays, I stream at 2 p.m. So I try my best to do that, okay? That's the whole thing of that. That's what I mean by time block. So you can figure out, okay, well, I'm supposed to work because, like I said, you do what I would consider stipend, where you're only working for a few hours. Well, you need to block those days that you're doing those. So that tells you, okay, during this block, I'm doing something totally different. This is supposed to be this. And that way you can see, okay, this is how much time I have. I'm up at this time. I have all this time. So you can either choose, like I said, I'm redoing my thing. This was my first one. My second one's in my notes here, where I'm thinking of getting up at 11. I asked Mary, I said, what do you think is the best time? How many hours of sleep must I have? The minimum amount. And she said, technically, she said I could get away with 6, but she said technically it should be 7 to 8. This is Bailey J. So I decided I'm going to try to do different. That's Kiki and Minna. So this is something I'm also looking into. So that is what this is going to be. I'm going to redo this and then cut this up to days of the week and then go, okay, I need to do this and kind of figure out, okay, if I'm up at 11, I need to do a morning routine. I need to start doing my morning routine, which means, what is my morning routine? And it's all this. So when I say do a time block, break your thing out. And then you can sit there and go, okay, I need to be at this workplace. I'm working, 3 days a week? Correct me if I'm wrong, Cozy. I mean, you have to help me out here. I'm a little... I see we have a little time block of the Discord hangout this week. So, okay, then you're going, okay, during these days, I'm here. So you have a good idea. If you want to, another good thing would be little sticky notes. 3 days a week, 4 hours. Yeah. So you're going to block out because you're not going to be able to do anything but that. That's what you're doing during that time. So you want to make sure that you block out those, saying, okay, this day I am blocking out this much because I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be here. So I have to put in the amount of time that I traveled there, the amount I get. You know, you have to figure out, okay, well, it takes me, mind you, I'm playing this as simple as possible. I work 4 hours. I have to be there at 9 a.m. and I leave at 1300. Well, it takes me, now mind you, I'm just throwing this out here, okay? 30 minutes to get there and 30 minutes to get home. So you're actually blocking out from actually 8:30 to 13:30 because you're also putting in the time. So you're not going to be home during that time. So that's something you look at when you're doing this. And it gives you an idea of, okay, the days I don't work, the 4 other days I don't work, how much time do I have in that day? And try to figure out ways of working these into it. I'm trying to work in, when I get up in the morning, I drink water. First thing I do is drink water. Well, the best part about it is I take this and I put it next to my bed when I go to bed at night. And then I'm like, okay, I need to take a sip of water when I get up. I'm trying to get that into my head, working that in. So you're looking at all different things. And some say block onto other things. For me, I make my coffee while I'm walking, while I'm making the coffee, while the coffee maker's running. And then when the coffee stops, I then turn around and brush my teeth. And then I walk doing the brush of teeth. And then I'm done with my brushing of the teeth in the morning. I turned. Aha, cool. Messenger. I gotta figure out which messenger she's talking about. Nope, not that one. So, you know, there's just different things that you use and you try to use to work the different things. And so every morning, that's what I deal with. I deal with that. So I at least, oh, fluffy for a minute. Oh, okay. All right. I don't think she's part of that. But give me a second. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Let me show you. This is what Andy's used. Let's see if we can. Okay, if I do that, it doesn't like it. Oops. Okay, that didn't work out. All right, there we go. Where she has all this. She goes to bed at 2-ish. 1-ish, 2-ish. And then she is up on certain days at, looks like 9 in the morning. So, and then she's got all this. But this is her work schedule. So that is what you're looking at. That's one way of it. And she gives everything a time. How much is it going to take? So that's pretty cool. And let's get this back up to, there we go. All right. So that is one way of doing it. Like I said, I'm working on trying to make mine and then to incorporate things. So, yeah. So that's the things that are going on. Is like I've got other things that I'm sitting here going, okay, I need to work this in. This is going to be the interesting part. All right. So let me go back to. All right. That's what I would suggest is that you write down. Now, mind you, it doesn't always happen that I get up at 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. and then turn around and go to bed at 4 a.m. Doesn't always happen, but that's my ideal. This is what I want to start doing, and that's what I'm going to try to start doing. Right now, I'm thinking 11. If I can get away with 7 hours of sleep, I think I want to get an extra hour in, and for different reasons. Now, you asked. The next week is going to be a little different. It's going to be 52 plus 3 extra days. Because I like to keep, if this is my bullet journal, I keep my bullet journal from, this is July. Yeah, July to December. Everything is going to be in here. And supposedly, I'll show you the old one. Supposedly, this is going to be week 1, according to a lot of things. So, what I'm going to do is the rest of December in this one. So, week 52 is going to have week 52 plus the extra 3 days. And then week 1 will go into here, which will be the other 4 days. So, I've already done some stuff for this. So that's what I'm going to do about this. So the rest of December is going in here. So the Grinch actually gets several pages, so that'll make Cozy happy. She's going to be thrilled. But yeah, I'm working on, let's see here, my goals for next year. Hopefully we didn't lose Dumpling. But my goals for next year, I've only put in 3 areas: health, creativity, and social. And I'm thinking maybe trying to increase the, putting a Discord hangout in every month so we can all talk to each other. I have in this one I'm trying different things. And this month, I decided I would try to put the goals on pages. Some of it I don't think I did correctly, like this. I should have said skincare, not self-care. So I think I'm going to... There it is. There we go. So, different things that I'm working on. But what I want to do is do a lot more. Try to improve in different areas. I want to get back into art again. And doing arts and things. And creating. And so, that's one of the things I'm trying to get involved in. Next year. What is social? Social is me actually, like having the Discord hangout, getting with friends online, because a lot of you are not in here, and the only way I can talk to you is via internet. Visiting my mom in person a lot more. Visiting Dilly's is a place that has that is the one store I actually walked in. There was a guy there, and I had not have an attack or nothing. I just felt so very comfortable. It is some people would call it the woo woo, others it's the crystals, the different, where they have like incense and crystals and things like that. So it's always been a calming place to me. So I've always felt comfortable there. So visiting there would be nice. Just walk around, check out everything, maybe get a few things. It's just me getting out more. Yeah, spiritual shop. Some places would call it the woo-woo shop. And we have Jasper walking through again. So, it is really interesting. Hello. So I'm thinking of different things. I've looked at the personal curriculum and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that per se. Yes, learning stuff and everything. Great idea. I don't know if I could do a schooling again. But doing something that I enjoy, maybe a different story. Probably only, Catholic? Not my church. Not most of the churches I've been to, so yeah. But all in all, it's not a big deal. But I'm really, trying to work on a few things. So actually going out, like to a cat cafe, things like that push the boundaries. Because I don't like crowds, and I have to be careful when a male's around. Which was funny, because when I went into Daly's, the person there was, and I did not know, I wasn't going to assume, but he is the husband of the owner. And I was like, he did not make me freak out. It was so weird. And I was like, I feel comfortable. So, I've always liked Daly's. So, I'm trying to get into a thing with that. That's why I wanted to do the new time block that I had, and kind of go, okay, write it out, feel it, kind of get a feel of different things, and then kind of go, okay, because I want 2 hours, no computer. Start off with nothing for the first 2 hours. Well, that's rough, because if I did it on my normal time, I would have an issue, because then I would go straight into a computer. Yeah, something like that. Andy. That I would do at least kind of an outing, whether it's a walk in the park areas or something like that. That would absolutely terrify me, because it doesn't matter that I'm not going to get hurt. It's still the fact that crowds and males trigger me and my anxiety. So that's stuff I've got to deal with. So that's the reason why, doing this would be nice, and trying to, and I'm not adding, I might add a few more things, but right now I've got a few things here right now, and that's what I'm trying to do. This is my goals for next year. Unlike last year where, okay, let's see here. I had health, creativity, social, and growth. And I'm like, we're getting rid of growth. I doubt I'm going to do a word of the month, word of the year. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah. And, like I said, this is just 3 areas I'm concentrating in. I decided just to do 3 areas. I really want to get back into art. I really want to do that. My health is number 1, and then of course social. Getting back with friends that I haven't talked to in years. So that's something I'd like to do. That's basically what the social is. So, like I said, I haven't completed this time block. I've only wrote down, and then these are the lines, because I'm going to be bed here. So now I got to break it up into days. And then hopefully I get back into streaming on Tuesdays. Maybe doing a Thursday stream. We don't know. We'll see. Because it's been one of those But I'm hoping to get this area cleaned up before everything goes haywire on 2026, because that's what I want to do. And then I've got a few things that I would like, and I've been listening to and reading into and trying to get ideas out of different things. So that's the whole idea. I'm definitely doing the 100-day project again. I've minimized this to 15 things to do. Haywire? Yes, haywire. Things have not gone as well as I wanted to, and then now I'm finally getting certain things back into progress, but lately I have not done as much as I'd like to do. So I need to hopefully get back into a rhythm that I need. And that's why my therapist always asks me, "You still doing the bullet journal?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have to." Because and then it's like, there are times where I go down and I don't know why. This year I was reading really good, and then all of a sudden it was like reading just didn't hit well. And that's why I say haywire, because at any time my mental state can go down. Sometimes I know about it, sometimes I don't. And Mary will be like, "Okay, what's wrong with you?" Oops. So there's always that issue that comes up that could possibly put me in a downfall. So, but all in all, no. Like I said, that's why I always say, when you do these blocks, I was telling Cozy, do the block. It doesn't mean, ooh. Now see, I did my goal, but I just haven't. It's like, so I have to be really careful. So yeah, it's been one of those. So right now, this is week 51. So I've got the rest of this month to finish off my streaming room, my bedroom. I'm hoping that, and then I've got a bookshelf that I need to put into Mary's bedroom. And hopefully I have a schedule that I can do certain things. Because there's a lot of things that aren't done because I'm not touching here at all very much. And that's not a good thing. I really need to get back on I have spurts where I'm good, I'm doing things and going play, and then it goes, oh well. So, but that's what I would suggest to Cozy about doing, writing out at times, your idea. Now, will it always happen? No. Another haywire thing can happen where we have someone that has to come to fix the place, and yet it's not during the times we're up. That can also throw a haywire one. But yeah, I'm wanting to get back into different things and getting back into a variety of things that I would like to do and learn and get myself back into a ideal, better my health, both physically and mentally. That's what I'm gunning for next year. So, there we go. My friend Digi is another friend of mine, and so that's going to be that. And then next week I will be putting in week 52 plus 3 days. Oh, cool. I don't do digital. I'm too tactile. I like I like to feel the paper. I like to feel the pen. I do the pens and everything. So for me, it's that. So that's my thing. Yeah, I'm too tired. You know, I prefer paper and whatnot. You know, I see the people like Notion's supposed to be a big deal too. That's one you can use. There's a variety out there, and I'm like, I'm too tactile. I prefer the feel of paper and whatnot. Oh, now see, that's pretty cool. So it just all depends on who's doing what. So yeah. But I'm too tactile. Yeah. Like I said, it all depends on the person. Some people can do both. Some people can only do digital, and others are like me, where we prefer. I've tried the digital and it doesn't work for me. Awesome. See, and I can understand why some people do that. You know, this is like, ooh, fun. So, but yeah, I'm loving this. So next week we have Grinch. And we will have different things. So yeah. Yeah, I made sure that yes, Cozy was not happy when I did the first week in this, and it was Nightmare Before Christmas. She goes, no, it's supposed to be Grinch. I was like, no. I've made sure that Grinch would be on Christmas week. Oh, okay. So it's going to be fun next week when I put all the rest of December in here. Okay. Yeah, is there any comments, questions, or concerns? No. Okay. I'm sure Cozy's going to give me no, or nope. Yeah. Like I said, I'm working on a few ideas, working on what I can do. I have actually already printed out the I have printed out stickers for the rest of the year, next year. So I've already got this ideas going. What's going to happen is this is going to be the monthly with the habit tracker here, the self-care / tension self-care kind of deal here, steps here. Sleep is going to go on these 2 pages because they don't go across. Really? No, you hadn't. And this is going to be goals. And then I start the week up this week. No, you have not told us that, Andy. That is awesome. That is so cool. Yes, we have a Discord hangout this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me pull this up for everybody else. Let's see here. 11 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Nova Scotia, 7 p.m. UK, 8 p.m. Sweden. Yeah, you need to. Good luck. I do mean it. Good luck. Okay. All right. So, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Mm. Oh, that sucks. Mm. Oh yeah, I do. I have a Samsung myself. I don't know which one I have though. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I'm not even close.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. What is mine then? Mine's an A. That's what it was. Right? Galaxy. That is that. Mine is the Wow. Yeah, that's the only thing Procreate comes on is iPad. It will not go on Android. That's the problem with that. Because of that. Everybody is always Procreate this, Procreate that. Yeah, if you have an iPad. If you've got Android, forget it. So, all right. I have no idea, but everybody who does Procreate, the only thing the only thing Procreate goes on is iPad. It's an Apple product. You cannot get it on Android. It would be nice if it would be on Android, because people are always making brushes for it and whatnot, and it's like, yeah. So that's what sucks. Hi. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah. Might as well get both of them in. All right. Yeah. Talk to him. This is Jasper. This is baby girl. Yep. Girl is a tortie. Yeah, so do I. So do I. All right. Whoop. You gonna push me off? He's thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. There is week 51. Like I said, next week we're gonna do week 52 in 3 days. We're gonna finish off December next week. Actually, her original name was Duvet. And Mary goes, nope. And I agreed. Yeah, Duvet. No. Yeah. So. Yeah. So I got nothing else. Next week we'll talk more, I guess, on different stuff. and work out the crazy week that I'm going to do next week. If I don't see you, Andy, before Digi's birthday, wish Digi a happy birthday for me. And hopefully I'll see y'all Saturday. Hopefully I will stream on Tuesday. Not waking up with a headache or anything. This is frustrating. Yes, I love my new background. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for the raid, Dumpling. Thank you, Andy, for the sub. It was great seeing Dumpling, Cozy, and Andy. For those of you on YouTube, please like the video. And until next time, I hope everybody is having a wonderful